Well, good evening, everyone. We are so excited to have you here at North Central College for our outstanding Alumni Award celebration. I like table 15 already. They have that energy, the applause. Thank you, 15. Thank you. Yes, I'll be depending on you all night. I am Rachel Gamara, and I serve here at North Central College as Vice President for Institutional Advancement, and it is my distinct privilege to award these honorees this evening. We have some amazing people in the room, and I have so enjoyed meeting many of them and look forward to getting to know those that I do not yet know. There is one honoree that I was having a conversation with earlier this fall, Dr. Kathy Guy-Guthrie. And as I was talking to Kathy, she was telling me a little bit about the research that she is currently working on thriving, and this idea of what does it look like to live life as a whole person, engaged, holistic, and what does that mean within the context of a college setting? Well, here at North Central College, we are in an environment that fosters thriving, and that's what we hope to see in our graduates, and that's what we're celebrating here tonight. All of these amazing honorees who learned how to thrive at North Central College and now have gone on into their lives and into their careers and have taken those lessons, applied them, accomplished in spades, and are showing the rest of us what it means to thrive. So thank you, Kathy, for that lens and this celebration here tonight. Now, it is my distinct privilege to introduce the 12th president of North Central College, and I've been told that I have to sing at this juncture, not speak. So, Abiodo Goke Pareola, President GP.
Thank you, Rachel. You get an A+ for that singing. I had to record my name for her. I sang it for her, and she's a very good student, and she practiced. Good evening, everyone, and welcome on this truly joyful evening. As president of North Central College, I have the pleasure and honor of attending a variety of events every year. And in my second year, I think this is turning out to be one of my favorites. And why? Because we come together as a community to celebrate alumni who have truly brought our mission to life. My British friends will say that the taste of the pudding is in the eating. Sorry, but you are the pudding of North Central College, and you are delicious and wonderful. Carlos, Mike, Alyssa, Walter, Mike, Dawn, Michael, Kathy, and loved ones representing Denny. On behalf of the entire North Central College community, I do extend our heartfelt congratulations to you. Your families, friends, fellow classmates, and your alma mater are so very proud of you. Your leadership, your service, and your character bring distinction to North Central College across the fields of education, athletics, business, law, and medicine. Whether your professional path grew out of the major you chose while you were at North Central College, or whether it took a surprising turn or two, you serve as powerful examples for our students today. You are also, in that way, important ambassadors for this college. As graduates, you exemplify the value of the liberal arts education, which is at the root of everything we do at North Central College. And you testify to the fact that our faculty are second to none as remarkable teachers and mentors. Please give them a round of applause. And you also get to boast about how the tight-knit cardinal community cares for and supports one another. A poignant example of those shared bonds was the extraordinary turnout at the recent celebration of life for Coach Al Carrios. It's a rare and special thing for people to share such a strong sense of belonging and purpose. May I at this time ask for a moment of silence in honor of Coach Al Carrios. Thank you. Today on our campus, our purpose remains the same, the success of our students. And some of you have heard me say this, we have no other purpose. There's no reason for us to exist as a college. I am president of nothing. Our professors are professors of nothing without our students. That's the core. That's who we are. And that is the lens through we must do everything we do. All conversations, as I share with faculty and staff, anything that does not ultimately lead to the success of our students is a distraction. I have no time for that. And nobody should have any time for that. So that is what is at the core of our purpose. And our purpose is to provide them with a transformational education that is high quality, but also connects them to society, gives them real life experiences that can get them ready to begin their life journeys. That powerful combination leads to tangible, real-world outcomes, especially for those students who didn't have the cultural capital passed down from generation to generation because parents have had a college education. That's one of the things we are most proud of. We changed the lives of generations at North Central College. Now, this is a very challenging time in higher education, and most of you are aware of that. We are fighting with problems and challenges at the federal level in terms of government policy and how they impact us. We're also living in a time when we've just passed the mark where we had the highest number of high school graduates across the country, 3.9 million. So the decline begins this year. I love the Midwest, even though I'm not very keen on the wind and the cold in winter. But I do love the Midwest. Unfortunately, we are also seeing the steepest decline in the percentage of high school graduates. So, and Illinois has the highest decline rate. So we are looking at a 4.5% drop in the number of high school graduates starting this next fall. And over the next, between now and 2041, we are looking at a 31% drop. In the entire country, Illinois is only second to Hawaii in the decline in high school students. So that's a real challenge. And there's a lot of us, we know we are the best. But we have to convince people why they need to come here in that declining market. And as shared with my colleagues here, every crisis contains seeds of opportunity. And that's very true. Our challenge is to be bold, to not admire the barriers before us, to march forward boldly, focus on our mission and our purpose, determined to be smart, but also creative to meet the challenges. That's what we have to do if we do not want to become part of a pack that's engaged in a race to the bottom. I think we have what is most important, which is the academic core centered around our faculty. Now we have to build the experience of our students to communicate that value. I think we don't need 1,000 students coming in every year. We'll take them. We don't need 2,000. We need enough for us to be viable, to have a vibrant community, and to have enough people who are benefiting from that special thing that happens at North Central. To guide us on this path, we launched a strategic vision plan, which we call NC Forward. And at the start of my presidency, I established 5 pillars. It needed to be a very simple plan, not very complicated. We know what we need to do. The first one is to know who you are. Particularly in moments of transition, if you don't know who you are going to get lost. And we have to redefine that and find a way to communicate it. That's what we sell. That's what we take to the market. That's the reason we want people to come here. So that's pillar number 1. And pillar number 2 is student experience and engagement. That's actually the fulcrum. But we can't deliver on that if we don't know what we are promising students they are going to experience there. That's why identity is number one. The third one is financial and operational sustainability. We are a business. It's just that we don't exist to line anybody's pockets. If we cannot pay our bills and reinvest in our students and in the facilities, we are not going to survive. And we don't just want to survive, we want to thrive. So we have to have a model that allows us to balance our budgets and to have enough money left over to reinvest in our students and in this institution. And pillar number 4 is community values. A little over a year ago, we did not know how important this is going to be. And that's something that we have to pay attention to. We have to reemphasize that we are an open community. That's what a college ought to be. We can't, as there's a Yoruba proverb that says, if you sleep in a hut, you don't all lie down at night with your face, with all of you facing the same direction, because some of you have to face this way, south, northeast. That's how you cover yourself. So, but that's also what you need in a community. We say that when we gather together, we should emerge wiser, not more foolish. Well, we are not going to get wiser if all of us think the same way and say yes, yes, yes. So we need people of different political beliefs, of different origins, classes. We need all of us together. We have to be an open society that welcomes all and gives everybody a seat at the table. But we remain true to our core values because we were founded by the Methodist Church. And the values emphasize love, grace, and justice. That's it. And those have to be at the core of everything we do. So those values are important in meeting the challenges of the moment. That's what we have to go to say, we are going to do what we need to do, but we are going to stay true to who we are, otherwise we're going to get lost. And then number 5 is people. We can't do any of the things I've said without the faculty and staff. So we have to invest in our people, our faculty and staff. Those are the 5 pillars. Under the leadership of our provost, Dr. Christine Garrity here, and thank you. And our senior director of operations, Natalie Vivakwa, who is not here tonight, we got on the road building the plan. They built the plan working with a group of faculty and staff and some trustees in a record 10 weeks. And the board endorsed the strategic vision direction plan in February. And we are hard at work. So what I'm going to talk about next is a result of that plan, because part of what I say is that we know what we need to do. We need to be attractive enough to bring in enough more students here who are willing to pay for what they experience at North Central, and then we need to deliver a first-rate experience for them when they come here. But we have to package it together and develop a compelling narrative why that should be so. So you may know that in spite of all the challenges around us, North Central College, we welcomed our largest incoming class ever, 921 new undergraduate students this fall. And our total enrollment is now close to 3,200 students. That's the largest ever in the history of this. But we are just warming up. My vision, as I've shared, is that we shall be recognized in the next 5 to 10 years as the number one, the premier mid-sized private university in the state of Illinois. That's it. It's very simple, and I think we can get there. And we're going to get there being true to who we are, but we have what it takes. We have the academic core. Now, last week we were also ranked by the U.S. News and World Report among the top 20 universities in the Midwest for the 31st year in a row. So we are moving on up, and we'll continue on that trajectory. From academics and athletics to community and corporate partnerships, we are experiencing momentum across all corners of campus. Celebrating you and your achievements tonight adds to that energy. I'm going to pitch because Rachel will shoot me if I don't say this. So one of our highest priorities right now is investing in facilities to support the student experience. Many of you came here a long time ago and enjoyed the wonderful dining and the experience at Cayman. And that was great, but I can tell you that our students today, I can tell you that they are not thinking of it in the same way. And I have 3 daughters. My youngest 3 daughters are students here. One is an alum who is finishing a master's. I have a junior, and I have a sophomore. I can tell you they are not having the same kind of experience you have. But that's part of what they look for. We probably have the worst facility of all our competition around here. But students come, which says a lot about the value of the education here. But you can't run on that forever. The 15 to 18 years old who are coming today, they want to come, they want to take pictures and send to their friends. They are not going to send pictures of Cayman. I can just tell you that. So our number one priority is building a new student commons that will include a state-of-the-art dining facility. So that's... And we're going to need everyone's help to do that. Our WAC is our Student Activity Center. You've been there. That's not, it was good when it was there. It's not going to support 3,200 students in terms of activities. That's just not going to happen. Our dining hall seats only about 330 students. We have an incoming class of 921. So you can see the challenges we are facing. If they come here and don't have a good experience, they're not going to stay. So that's number one. Number two, we have a first-rate athletics program, D3 program, bar none in many different sports. We don't have the facilities to go with that. So we are going to build another athletics complex that will have the right strength and conditioning rooms, the right locker rooms and spaces for coaches, and then a second competition field so that all our field sports and not all on that same one field from 5 a.m. in the morning to 11 at night. That's not good student experience. So there's a lot more, and we're also trying to raise enough funds to make sure we have resources to continue to give access. That's part of our mission. This will not be a college only for the rich. We are going to open doors of opportunity for students who have the academic profile and the determination to succeed. It takes money to make it happen. And we are going to continue to raise funds to support them. So I hope you feel pride in your alma mater. And I hope you take the opportunity to reconnect and find ways to give back. We need you, as I've said. You have much to offer, and not just in terms of money, but in terms of your engagement with our students. I wish our students could see you here today. But please find ways to connect with them in class. Give us awareness of internship opportunities. Hire our students, recommend them. One more thing I need you to do, everyone here should pledge to encourage at least one person to apply to North Central College. That's part of what you need to do. So you give money, I want you to give money. So don't get me wrong. No. You don't get a pass, you give. And any one of you can afford $50. Just regularly, and on top of that, you can afford another $50 on the day of giving. So we are at about 8% of alumni giving. We should be embarrassed. 8%. So I want a higher participation rate. So every one of you think tonight, you are going to give on the day of giving. You're also going to give to NCC fund or to something else. I don't care whether it's $25 or $50. And then you're going to recruit, at least try to recruit at least one student. So I'm going to be asking you, did you recommend someone? And who is that? Thank you very much for representing the best of North Central College. And we love you. We are glad to see you here. Thank you. I would now like to invite Mike Moser, tonight's Wall of Witness Award recipient, to give the invocation. Mike?
Well, we have a lot of work to do. So this invocation better be short so we can get on with it. My sense of invocation, for a lot of people, invocation is something where you invite the divine into what you're doing. That's not how I see it or experience it. It's more a matter of our tuning ourselves in to where God is. Now I want you to look around. Look at the other tables. Look at people that you know and don't know. And we are all here because of our North Central experience, the impact that it had on us, and we don't ask clarifying questions. We just say, it's really good to see you. I'm going to ask you to do something really unusual, I guess. We're an interfaith alumni group, probably including non-faith, and that's fine. But I want you to take just a minute in your own way and to your own God to give thanks for this time that we have together, and then I'll close with a brief statement. So do that now. Oh God, we give you thanks for all that you have given to us, for the blessings of family and friends of North Central College, of our faith, and above all this time for us to be nourished in body, mind, and spirit. Bless this evening in all ways. Amen.
Thank you, Mike, for that invocation. Our first presentation is the Cardinal Pride Award. This is, in fact, a new award this year. So this goes to alumni who embody exceptional pride for North Central through their involvement, advocacy, and support. These award recipients enthusiastically demonstrate love and devotion to the college, nurturing the Cardinal spirit in all of us. Tonight we have 2 Cardinal Pride Award recipients. The first is given posthumously to Denny Mahalik, class of 1974. A defensive end for the Cardinal football team in the 1970s, Denny reveled in the success of our football program. Upon retiring from his role as a high school administrator, he committed to attending every North Central football game, home and away, even on 2 trips to Europe. After each game, he'd sing the alma mater, then head to the field to congratulate the players and coaches regardless of the outcome. Denny also served as a member of the college's alumni board and was a generous supporter of the quarterback club and a proud member of the president's club. And tonight, we honor Denny's loyalty to the college and posthumously award this beautiful plaque to his loving family, his wife, Carol Vanderwalker Mahalik, class of 1974, son, Kip, class of 2006, and daughter, Brittany, who are here with us tonight. Carol, will you please come up and accept this award on Denny's behalf? Can you all join me in congratulating Denny? The second Cardinal Pride Award winner is Carlos Barba. And for all the other award recipients, I expect the same type of celebration from your tables. Class of 1990. Carlos, who studied international business management at North Central, is vice president of sales at Superior Farms. Outside of work, he is passionate about the power of athletics. Carlos is a 4-year member of the Cardinal football program, a 2-year member of the track and field team, and a 1-year member of the baseball team. He later served on North Central's football coaching staff from 1997 to 2000, and he served on the college's alumni board. Today, he is a proud member of our quarterback club. Among his contributions to the college, Carlos supports Cardinal athletics by generously providing food for the football team's annual summer picnic and offensive line dinner. You can imagine the quantities. And he can be found on the sidelines of home playoff games as a member of the Chain Gang. Please join me in congratulating Carlos Barba as a recipient of the Cardinal Pride Award. Our next presentation is for the Wall of Witness Award. This award honors a graduate of North Central College or Garrett Evangelical Theological Seminary, or in tonight's case, both, and is given to someone who embodies our shared values and commitment to principled leadership, justice, and service. This year's Wall of Witness honoree is our gentleman who shared tonight's invocation, Michael Mosier, class of 1970. Mike studied religious studies at North Central, then earned his Master of Divinity degree from Garrett Theological Seminary in 1973. After accepting his first appointment at a church, Mike soon returned to North Central to begin a 26-year career at the college. As an admissions officer, he connected with churches within the United Methodist Church. From there, his roles at the college included Dean of Students, Director of Alumni Relations, and Director of Development, as well as college chaplain from 1977 to 1982. Following a brief retirement, he returned in 2019 as a major gift officer with the goal of establishing an endowment for the college's chaplaincy. Shout out to Max. Where's Max? He re-entered retirement in 2024. It is my honor to recognize Michael Mosier as this year's Wall of Witness Award recipient.
First of all, my thanks to the Alumni Board, to the President and the administration, to my colleagues and throughout the years at North Central College, my wife Judy, our children and grandchildren, many who spent many Saturdays here with me when we were doing various kinds of, had various responsibilities. When I received the email from Mary letting me know that I won, I scanned it and it said there, I looked at it and it said, you have 35 minutes for words. And having been here for a while, I knew that couldn't be right. So I got the readers out. There's a dash between the 3 and the 5. So I'm gonna try to stay in that. I'm used to, when I speak, having a title. And I wanted to get the right title for this. That title is Rice Cakes and Spotted Cow. For those of you in Wisconsin, you understand the second part of that. But first, on a little more serious note, in her book, The Wounds Are the Witness, Yolanda Pierce, who is dean at the Divinity School of Vanderbilt, shared an experience she had growing up as a child in a church, storefront church in Brooklyn. She got very frustrated a lot of times because when members of the church died, she had to go to the funeral. That was part of what she was to do. Finally, when she was a teenager, she asked her grandmother, why do I have to do this? I don't know these people. And the grandmother's response was, just keep on living. That was it. Implying that you'll find out. And she did, realizing that that was part of the commitment to community. Keep on living. Seems a challenging task these days. But it occurred to me as I was reflecting after my rice cake and spotted cow, living at North Central, what was that about? And I realized that there were innumerable people who were part of my education. Not just faculty or an advisor or the president, but the folks in the dining hall, the persons who cleaned the residence halls, my classmates. This award talks about justice, and I'm not a real active, out front social justice person, but I've always tried, from a ministry perspective, to do my work. And I was blessed with administrators here who gave me an opportunity to try things. Even Dean of Students, guys. Right? Class of 90? Those were, in retrospect, some of the years I enjoyed the most. I learned a lot from you, and hopefully I taught and shared my thoughts with you. But I'm accepting this award tonight, not for me, but for the hundreds and hundreds of faculty, staff, and students who ministered and cared for each other, that we might all reach and be our best. I wouldn't be where I am without it. So I am most grateful, and on their behalf, say thank you.
Thank you, Mike, for those beautiful remarks. Next up is the Alumni Recognition Award, which is given to the recipient who has graduated within the last 15 years and who is already standing out for success in their career or community service, as well as in their support of North Central College. This year's recipient is Alyssa Rubelinski. Alyssa was a 4-year member of the Cardinal softball team, earning NFCA All-American Scholar Athlete and all CCIW Academic Award designations. A political science major at North Central, she went on to earn her law degree from the University of Illinois, Chicago. Alyssa now serves as a Principal Assistant State's Attorney with the DuPage County State's Attorney's Office, where she is responsible for the criminal prosecution of violent offenses and supervises a felony courtroom. A passionate advocate for animal protection, safety, and humane treatment, Alyssa also serves as a felony prosecutor for the State's Attorney's Animal Protection Unit. She works with Illinois legislature to pass new protections for animals, and she has been recognized by the Animal Legal Defense Fund for her work in this area. Please join me in congratulating Alyssa Rubelinski as a recipient of the college's Alumni Recognition Award.
All
right. I'd like to thank North Central College. I know there are many alumni doing great things in the world, which is why it is so humbling to have been selected for this honor. Tonight, I also have the great fortune of standing amongst a distinguished group of exceptional alumni. North Central, the professors, the people here, they are part of the foundation that has made me the person that I am today and the person that I hope to be tomorrow. I learned many valuable lessons in the classroom and on the field, and not just Coach K's Lombardi time, which to me meant being way too early everywhere all the time. The perfection of a batting cage jacket that fits just right, or the value of looking someone in the eye and shaking their hand when parting ways as a sign of respect. I was surrounded by my remarkable teammates and coaches. Whenever I think of my teammates, I can't help but smile. I think not just of the wins or the losses on the field, but also the laughs and occasional tears that we had along the way, the sisterhood that we built, and at times they were the calm to my storm. I also am blessed to have here today a foundation that includes people who are very important to me. I don't know what I did to earn the love and respect of my wonderful family, friends, and mentors, some of which I'm blessed are here tonight, but I am forever grateful. They are my moral compass, my true north, and I love and thank them all. Their sacrifices, kindness, and guidance is what keeps me going. Now, I have a new team. My trial and my courtroom partners, they amaze me, and they deserve recognition. They are with me in the trenches, always supportive, put me in my place when it's deserved, and give invaluable advice. They are by my side for the good days and the bad. And quite simply, they make me a better person. When I passed the bar exam that same day, State's Attorney Bob Berlin, who I'm very honored that he is here tonight, took a leap of faith and he hired me to be an assistant state's attorney. In that time, he has become a mentor, a constant in doing the right thing, protecting the vulnerable, and keeping the community safe. I don't think there's a greater service to the public than being a prosecutor. We are a country that is founded upon the purpose of establishing justice and ensuring domestic tranquility. My life's goal is I want everyone to feel safe, to not think twice about taking a nighttime stroll with their family or to go to events like this. To me, the sacrifices that we make at times, the long weekends, the missed events, the late nights, it's worth it because everyone should have the absolute right to pursue happiness, unabridged, not hindered by the unjust actions of others. During my freshman year here at North Central, my leadership's ethics and value class was taught by Dr. Caliendo and Dr. Buxbaum. It was the rhetoric of presidents. In class, we examined some of the most critical speeches and impactful statements of our past presidents. There was a quote that resonated with me, and I strive to live by it every day. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. President Abraham Lincoln. Advice that 160 years later remains compelling and serves as a reminder that integrity and doing the right thing must always come first. I want to thank all of those who are building the foundation for the future Cardinals, who at one point will leave this nest and make a difference. And while this quote isn't from a past United States president, while I was here at North Central, Jared Bogan would always say, "It's a great day to be a Cardinal." I just have a slight modification to make to that. It is always a great day to be a Cardinal. Thank you, everyone, and God bless.
It is now time to present the Outstanding Alumni Awards, which are presented to alumni who have graduated more than 15 years ago and who have excelled in their careers while also demonstrating incredible service to their community and to North Central College. Tonight, we honor 5 Outstanding Alumni Award recipients. The first is Kathy Guy Guthrie, class of 1998. A business administration major at North Central, Kathy earned her master's degree in educational administration and foundations at Illinois State University and her doctoral degree in educational organization and leadership at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. Kathy is director of the Hardy Center for Leadership and Ethics in Higher Education and is a professor of higher education at Florida State University. She is also an affiliated researcher with the Center for Arts, Business, and Culture at the Stockholm School of Economics in Sweden, a board member of the International Leadership Association, and a member of the North Central College Board of Trustees. Thank you for your service. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Kathy Guy Guthrie as a recipient of the college's Outstanding Alumni Award.
Oh my goodness, thank you. So after hearing I received this award, it has been a journey of reflection for me. Honestly, I am not sure how to fully put into words and acknowledge being honored by a place that has given me so much. I am overwhelmed with humility and gratitude. So that would be my title of this speech. Mike, where you at? Yes, humility and gratitude. My humility comes from a deep awareness that this award is not about me. It's about all the people who have invested in me along my journey, who have unconditionally loved me, challenged me to be better, and supported me in times when I might not have been worthy. I've been sitting with that for the last few months. Talk about a journey. Which is why I am so overwhelmed with gratitude. While there are not enough hours in the day to say thank you to everyone, there are several people who made my North Central College story a reality. The first I want to say thank you to are the three most influential people during my time at North Central. First, Jim Godo. Yes. I would not be here if Jim did not recruit me when he served as an admissions counselor. I was a first-generation college student living on a farm. I had so many apprehensions of coming to North Central. One day I told Jim that I was worried about getting an on-campus job. Do you know what he did? Offered me a position. He removed that barrier of an apprehension that I had. And then I spent the next 4 years working as an admission assistant for him. Jim, thank you for not only removing that barrier, but seeing something in me that I did not. The second person is Dr. Tom Cavanaugh, who's also at this table. Yes, yes. I too was in LEV, and it made a lifetime of difference for me. I randomly took his class my first term here. I told him a story where he banged the table and it scared me one time. Those of you who have ever had a class with him. But he got me to critically think about the world around me. I then slightly stalked him. I took as many classes as I could with him, trained to be a mediator and work with him along with Kimberly. I saw Kimberly, yes, we had lots of those times. And I would just show up at his office to say hi, and he was always welcoming. He actually inspired me to take the faculty route, even though he did not know that in higher education. And even to this day, when I am teaching a class, I will often wonder, what would Tom Cavanaugh do? Right? Tom, thank you for showing me what it means to be a dynamic, passionate educator and challenging me to be better. And Mary Reynolds, we know her, the party planner. Where is she at? There she is. There she is. I mean, not only did Mary teach me how to plan a really good party, that's just one of the things, but we also share a birthday. I am slightly younger, I'll just say that, right? Slightly younger, not much. But Mary was my entry into student affairs. When I joined the College Union Activities Board, I had the honor of being advised by her. Not only was she an advisor and a mentor, but mostly a friend who gave me both tough feedback and love when I needed it the most. Some of my best feedback was her saying, hey, you need to think about this. And the fact that I could receive it from her is such a gift. Mary, you are brilliant. And one of the most kind, yes, right? Yes. One of the most kind and giving people I know, so thank you for sharing yourself with me. I consider myself lucky to have met some of the greatest people here, Kevin and Tony. Thank you for being such incredible friends all these years. As my North Central story continues, I want to say thank you to the leadership of this great school. Some of the best, period. GP, thank you for sharing how wicked smart and passionate you are with me and with this entire school. Mike Nassett, where you at? Mike Nassett. You are a master facilitator, and I love observing you. Thank you for your mentorship and kindness. It is such an honor to learn from both of you and work alongside you. And to all the faculty and staff, what you do matters. Thank you for taking this institution to new heights. I mean, how could you not get pumped up when GP was talking, right? It is about taking it to new heights. I also want to say thank you to the most amazing family a person could ask for. Linda, Terry, Dana, Shane, and Easton. Thank you for being here and loving me unconditionally. You all mean more to me than you will ever know. I also want to give a shout out to my mom who cannot be here, but I always say that I won the lottery when it comes to moms. She is not only my guiding light, but she taught me how to find joy in everything and find the good in everyone. She is such a gift to this world, and I'm so thankful she has always supported me, been my biggest cheerleader and my best friend. So North Central also gave me the love of my life, Brian. We started dating 8 months into our time at North Central. Who would have thought we would find ourselves here today, right? You can see, right? That one picture is of us on our first date. Can you guess which one? No words can express my love for you and for the life we have built. We grew up together and learned how to pave this world. Thank you for being my everything. And Kinley girl, yes, I am so lucky to be your mom. You are my why. You continue to give me purpose and hope every day. I love watching you grow up to be beautifully you and hopefully a future Cardinal. That's right. She wants to go to school here. Yes, right? Can we see her as a future Cardinal? But finally, I just want to say thank you to everyone in this room for being a part of this incredible community. Each of you have given yourself in some way to supporting North Central. Thank you for sharing this time. And with humility and gratitude, go Cardinals, right?
Kathy, you got to give disclaimers next time before you're about to make people cry. That's rough. Our next honoree is Dr. Michael Earing, class of 1993. After earning a degree in biology from North Central, Michael attended Rush Medical College in Chicago. He also served in the U.S. Naval from 2000 to 2008. Today, Michael is Chief of Pediatric Cardiology and Professor of Pediatrics and Internal Medicine at the University of Chicago Medicine, as well as Division Director of Cardiology for the Chicagoland Children's Health Alliance. A nationally recognized expert in congenital heart disease, he is a dual-trained cardiologist in both pediatric and adult medicine, leading comprehensive care for congenital heart disease patients, particularly during the critical transition from childhood to adulthood. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Michael Earing as a recipient of the college's Outstanding Alumni Award.
Put my cheaters on. So, well, all I can say is, all right, all right, all right. Big smiles tonight. So, I want to thank everybody, the organization, and being up here is an honor to me. And I really want to start with life is a journey, and everyone in this room has a story. And I'm going to share you mine. My journey at North Central started in 1989. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I reflected really hard today. And I wrote this, and I'm going to give it from my heart. My journey started in 1989. My dad, age 44, just died his 3-year battle with cancer. Left my mom sitting over there, 4 kids under age 18. Incredible woman. We had no money. We were living off paper routes. My brothers and I delivered 100 papers a day. Bought milk, bought bread. Mom was a substitute teacher at the time. And we really just didn't know, for you guys that don't know what a paper route is, that's when we deliver papers to your door. Okay? 365, every morning, every night. That's what a paper route is. I knew I had to go to college. My dad was sick. I was a mess. Didn't know what I was going to do. My dad died on Good Friday that year. And right then and there, I decided that I was going to North Central College because I wanted to stay close to home. Turned down 8 other schools, a lot more money, a lot more opportunities, but I knew this was the right place for me. At the same day, I decided that I was going to be a doctor. Arrogant or not, I said I was going to make a difference. And that was the day that I decided. Had no clue how I was going to pay for this. None. Zero. But learning of my situation, North Central College and the admission directors and counselors came up and they stepped up. That year I paid $500 my first year, and somehow they made it happen. Yes, I had loans. Yes, I paid my loans off last year. Thank you. But they made it, and they gave me an opportunity, and I took it. And thank you for the college for that. When you look at North Central, I had multiple opportunities here. I played football, made incredible friendships during that time, many of which are here. Craig Brown, Brian Fenley, Jeff Winsack, Van Clarkson, and there's many others in the audience in here that was great to see today. Many of course, are the reason that my roommate and I got kicked out of our dorm for a few days, but that's okay, Mr. President. It all worked out. Walter Johnson, thank you again. So it worked out. But I'm really grateful for my friends and your friendship and your support. And the other guys on this side of the room, some of your offense, I still like you. Played on defense. But really, I really want to thank you all for this. During football, I also met my coach, Coach Pat Gora. He's a man I deeply respect, and he's really had a major impact in my life. I showed up as a very small, skinny little kid, not fat like I am now. I wasn't the best athlete. The guys in here, I'm sure you're happy to tell them all this. I wasn't fast. But Coach Gora saw something in me, and he gave me a chance, and he gave me an opportunity. And what he taught me was hard work pays off, and believe in yourself. And he gave me that opportunity, and I started 36 games here. And you notice you tell the academic, I'm very proud of that, but the football really made my life and my friends, just like you had and the friends that you guys have had. It's incredible to me. But it wasn't just football. The professors here, we really had a great group, and they helped me on that journey. There was no science center back then. They didn't exist. The school was not known for putting students into med school. And at that time, for some weird reason, there was 8 of us that joined together and said we were going to go to med school that year. And we bonded together. And with the help of our professors, Dr. Horner, Dr. Zenchek, Dr. Stieg, Dr. Williams, Dr. Coggins, we were able to somehow pull it off. They helped us form the first medical professional group ever here. They actually made a MCAT board review course for us on their weekends. We paid $50 for it, and it was over the weekend. And somehow we were able to do that, and we got through this. But you see, these friendships, these challenges, these life experiences is what really shaped who I am today, and you've heard this all day long. They gave me a foundation to succeed in medical school, residency, and fellowship. And yes, after 12 years of training, my career. And I'm really happy to say I love what I do. And the biggest thing is I really do feel I made a difference. And I can live with that every day. I truly, really feel that, it's really important to thank those people in your life that you talked about. I've been very fortunate, just like you. I've already acknowledged my mom over there, who's sitting there with my baby sister. She's a wonderful, wonderful sister. She's my only sister, so I have to say that. But my triplet daughters, Madison, Taylor, and Kylie, yes, I do everything in the hard way. I don't know why, but that's how we started. But I work a lot of days, long days, and I want to thank you all. I'm so proud of the women you've become, and I treasure every moment of this journey with you. So thank you. To my youngest daughter, Sydney, who turned age 18 today. It's her birthday, and her dad made her come here, came here tonight. So thank you, Sydney. But you have a really great future ahead of you, and I love you. And importantly, Mr. President, I'm going to announce that on her own free will, she will be attending North Central College here next year, and she'll be commuting in track. So I just recruited my student for you, and I'm going to send a big check. So I'm off the hook here, okay? So finally, to my wife, Tanya, we've been married for 28 years. But what most of you don't know is we go back even further than that. We were homecoming king and queen in high school. She's been there from day one, through my dad's death, through this path, this journey. She knew me as Mike before I was a doctor, before I did anything else. You're my best friend, and none of this would be possible without you. So thank you. In closing, I really just want to say one thing. I encourage all of you to take a few minutes and think about your journey, those people that made an impact on your journey and affected your story. And just maybe this weekend, if you have that chance, that moment, say thank you, because you may not get that chance. It's an honor to receive this award. Really appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for tonight.
Our third honoree is Dr. Dawn Pless, class of 1990. Dawn currently serves as Vice President for Special Projects and Planning at Southwestern College in Winfield, Kansas. After earning a degree in business management at North Central, she earned her master's degree in adult education from Newman University in Wichita, Kansas, and her doctoral degree in higher education management from the University of Pennsylvania. Dawn is also founder and executive director of Builder Bound Camp, a summer and enrichment program that introduces low-income middle school students to the college experience. Dawn is an accomplished higher education leader who has been inducted into the Kansas Black Educators Hall of Fame. She has also been named Outstanding Administrator of the Year on multiple occasions by the Southwestern College Student Government. Tonight, we are pleased to recognize Dr. Dawn Pless as a recipient of the college's Outstanding Alumni Award.
Excuse me. Ooh, Jesus. It's a lot of people here. For the last 32 years, I have lived in a town of 12,000. I work at a school of a little over 1,000 students, and I've been there 32 years. The reason I have been there 32 years is because of this place and what I learned here. And I've learned today, this evening, that everybody has a saga. I have my own saga. We've heard 2 other stories of powerful sagas of people's lives that this place has impacted. They didn't talk about easy and happy times all the time. They spoke of the community, the people that supported them, the love that they received, and the resiliency it took through. So I'd like to tell you what I call a magical saga story. And Ron, my brother Ron, who is just 11 months older or whatever than me, but we was raised as twins. I want you to know that I get to say whatever I want. So it's my story, but it has an amazing happy ending, as you see. So my story starts here in March of 1985. I arrived as a flunk out from the University of Champaign-Urbana. I was a screw-up when I got here, and it was painful. And I didn't want to be here. I wanted to be on a semester off, but my father is a strong black man, and he said in our family, we don't drop out of college. We figure out something. And so he said, your mama went to that school, North Central College. My mom graduated in 1978 from here. And my daddy said, if your mama can graduate there with 4 children, married to me, work at a full-time night job, I think that they can take care of you. But I want to pause and tell you a little bit about my mama for a second, because this is who it's really about. My mom came here. She was trained as a nurse, and so back then you didn't go to college. And as a black woman, the opportunities that were available for you were teacher or nurse. But my mom wanted to be a minister. And so when I was 12 years old, she broke 2 pieces of news to me. First, she said that she was pregnant, and I said, ill. I didn't think you guys were doing that anymore. And she told me that she was enrolling at North Central College to get her bachelor's degree. And I couldn't understand, why would you get pregnant and then get your bachelor's degree? But if you're trying to stay married and you want to get a bachelor's degree and you want to keep your man happy, you end up pregnant and starting your bachelor's degree. So, sorry, Dorothy. If you know my sister, she worked here long and privileged and hard. My sister was born on this campus, breastfed in the cage, grew up on this campus, and became a phenomenal woman because of that. When she came back to work here, she was pregnant. With my niece, Dorothy, who grew up on this campus. That's power. That's power. I come from powerful people. That's my brother-in-law over there. That's Dorothy's husband. My niece Catherine's daddy. I come from powerful people. People are excited about who they come from. I come from 4th generation doctoral people. No, you don't understand. 4th generation black woman that comes from doctoral people. But I was the 3rd child. I flunked out of the University of Illinois. 10,000 freshmen. My daddy said, go to that school. They don't flunk anybody. They'll take care of you. And praise God, I came here. I had 4 powerful people in my life. Mike Mosier, he was the dean of students. He allowed me to have a campus job. Praise God. That's what I did. For almost 30 years of my career, I was the dean of students. I learned it from him. Dr. Richard Guzman. He taught me that just because you're black doesn't mean you pass African American literature. I flunked it. You have to actually go to class and do the homework. This is when it gets hard. Dr. Richard Payne was my advisor. My advising file was thick. I probably went to 4 different colleges, College of DuPage a couple times. Of course, the University of Illinois, back and forth here, dropped out, came back. But this man kept up with me. It was a thick old file that for years I was ashamed of. I was ashamed my years here, that I didn't do very well. But I battled for myself, and I never gave up. And now that I look back up, I just think of all the things I couldn't even focus on because I was so busy trying to get that degree. All the ways I could have screwed up, all the ways I could have messed up, but I kept battling for myself. It took me 7.5 years, Richard, but you never gave up on me. I was looking back through one of my records, and on the front of it, I was, when I was here, I was a forensics on his team, and I was a champion that year. Speaking on Miss Jane Pittman and her going to the water fountain. But at the same time, I wasn't turning any homework in. And so on the front side of the piece of paper, he was congratulating me on my year of incredible work, that I had made it to the national tournament. On the back side, it said, Dawn, if you only turn in that assignment by October, you could still pass the class. I don't think I turned it in. So I'm saying all this to you. This place believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And if it wasn't for Barbara Isaacs, our campus minister, she got me the 2 jobs that I had after I graduated from here. I graduated from here, and I told myself that I was going to be somebody. And I left here, and I never came back. I found my place. I was looking for the place where I could find community. And Barbara Isaacs was a person that wrote the resume for both of my jobs. She was a person that helped me negotiate those contracts. She was the one that helped me get there. And once I got there, I stuck because I found a place where I fit. It's about community. It's about a fit. It's about people that care for you. So just to tell you what my story is, after the long, pitiful journey, I went to a school, and by the time I got there, it was so racially divided. It was 90% white. All the other races had left. And I was welcomed with a thick file of all the racial problems that had happened over the 2 decades. And nobody thought that I would stick. I've stuck 32 years. I'm not on any YouTube videos. I'm not famous. I won't make lots of money, but I've changed lives. And I'll tell you this. That school now, I've worked there every year. This town is 12,000 people. It's in the middle of nowhere in rural Kansas, but I believed. I came by myself. I was the only black person there. But now that school it was 90% white. Now it is 45% white, 45% students of color. It's 65% boys, so it's like knucklehead city of all shapes and sizes. But you know what we got? We got love. And if this place believes in itself, if this place believes in this woman I met, Vicki Williams, Dr. Vicki Williams, this woman is power. So I congratulate you, President. Thank you for what you did for my mama. My mother has her bachelor's, her master's, and her doctorate. I thank you for my sister, who saved my life so many times and has been such an angel to me. I thank God for Kimberly Sluice, Dr. Kimberly Sluice, who's my best white friend. And I honor her, and she got all sister honors with me. I thank her husband, Gayla, her daughter. I thank Richard Payne. But I thank my brother Ron for being my angel all my life, for putting up with me when I cheated at games. I love you, Ron, and I honor you. Thank you.
Now, you know, at weddings, they have started this thing called the late night snack. So this is the part of the program when Mike Sankey gives us all McDonald's cheeseburgers. Our next honoree is Mike Sankey, class of 1986. Throughout a nearly 30-year career at McDonald's, Mike successfully drove business results in critical leadership roles. He earned his accounting degree at North Central with a minor in computer science and worked as an auditor at Ernst & Young. Starting as regional controller at McDonald's, Sankey rose through the ranks before eventually being named senior vice president and CFO of McDonald's USA. Yeah, woo. Upon retirement from his corporate career, Mike returned to North Central and served for 4 years as executive in residence and adjunct professor in the School of Business and Entrepreneurship, helping our students prepare for their early career success. Mike also has served the community, including as chair of the Financial Advisory Board for the City of Naperville. Please join me in congratulating Mike Sankey as recipient of the college's Outstanding Alumni Award.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I think we're due for a little lull in this inspirational, emotional, and passionate conversation. So let me help you with that. Thank you, Rachel, for the introduction. I'd like to start by expressing my appreciation to Jared Bogan for the nomination, and certainly to GP and team for recognizing me with this award. While my wife, Marianne, is back home in Denver helping our oldest daughter and son-in-law take care of their newborn baby girl and 2-year-old son, tonight I really have to accept this award on behalf of both Marianne and I, as our collective accomplishments are so inextricably linked. Career, raising 4 kids, community involvement, right? It only happens through mutual support and a joint effort. It's also special for me tonight to have my mom in attendance. Of course, there would have never been a North Central experience for me without the love, encouragement, and financial support of my parents. So thank you, Mom. And finally, thanks to my son Jack and daughter-in-law Ashley, who traveled in from Texas to be here with me tonight. Love and appreciate you both. And then completely unexpectedly, a couple Naperville buddies, Mike and Fran, surprised me, showed up tonight, didn't know they were going to be here. So thanks, guys. And now I have to tell you, upon looking at all the amazing bios from previous and current recipients, I truly am humbled, honored, and feel extremely fortunate to be included amongst such a remarkable group. And that only got even more intimidating listening to you all tonight. You know, like my fellow recipients, the NCC experience was foundational to my career and life success in many ways. Although Mary Reynolds, I'd like to call out just one critical lesson that helped me manage my career and personal life: balance. As a first-gen commuter student at NCC, I learned how to balance academic goals with part-time job responsibilities, with many hours spent hunting for and executing street parking. Post-NCC, that lesson of balance would fuel an ongoing focus to do my best in managing the always competing priorities of a demanding career, a growing family, and community involvement. At NCC, I would learn technical skills from accounting coursework balanced against a broader set of skills, including relationship, critical thinking, communication, all garnered by this wonderful liberal arts curriculum. Post-NCC and early in my career, that broader and balanced skill set would enable me to make meaningful impact and it would be a difference maker for me amongst my peers. Later, embracing a balanced and broader view of the organization certainly would aid me while serving in leadership roles at McDonald's and other nonprofit organizations. Well, I really could go on and on about how balance has impacted my life in so many ways, but I think you get the idea. Jumping forward post-retirement from corporate life, I was extremely enriched by the opportunity to work with the School of Business and pay it forward by helping students prepare for and transition to their professional careers. And thanks to David Gray for being instrumental in making that happen for me. Overall, I'm so appreciative of the impact NCC had on my life, and certainly for being recognized with this award tonight. It really does mean a lot. Thanks again to GP and team, and thanks to all of you for a few minutes of your attention.
Our final honoree this evening is Walter Johnson, class of 1980. I would say that your crowd had table 15 beat, but table 15 was up too, so that was good. Walter served for 23 years in various roles at North Central College, including as Director of Athletics from 1993 to 2005, a time period that included numerous NCAA national championships and the construction of Benedetti Worley Stadium. Today, Walter is Vice President for Institutional Advancement at College of DuPage. He has also held senior leadership roles as president of Turning Point Autism Foundation, Chicago Hope Academy, and YMCA of Northwestern DuPage County. He has also served the Naperville community in various roles, including as co-founder of the Naperville Jazz Festival. Please join me in congratulating Walter Johnson as a recipient of the college's Outstanding Alumni Award.
I'm speaking last, and you were intimidated. First off, I have to say I'm truly humbled, and I'm proud to be amongst this distinguished group that's being honored this evening. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, and I have to apologize a little bit, tiny bit. I kind of hijacked this thing and turned it into a family reunion. I have an incredible family, and I'm excited that they were able to be here tonight. I have incredible friends that are here, and I have a bunch of my younger North Central brothers and sisters who decided to come out and join us tonight. And so I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but this is exactly what I hoped would happen. So this was intentional. I wanted this family reunion to occur, and you all showed up, and I am so excited to see all of you. Some of you I haven't seen in 30 years. And so I get to say a few things tonight that I've wanted to say to you for a long time, because I might not get another 30 years. So it's going to happen tonight. Before I begin, I want to recognize Dr. Mudassir Siddiqui, the current president of the College of DuPage. Dr. Siddiqui, thank you for coming. He's brand new. He's 3 months into the job. And so, I'm not stupid. Anytime I can get a chance to make some points, I'm making the points. Okay. I also want to recognize one of our trustees from the College of DuPage. Nick Howard is here with his wife and partner and former state representative, Tara Costa Howard. Now, I say former only because as of today, she will soon be named Judge Tara Costa Howard, just appointed to the 5th Sub-Circuit of DuPage County. Congratulations, Tara. Finally, there are a couple of people here there's 3 people here that have known me my entire life, like from birth. And 2 of them decided to drive here and surprise me. We have been bonded in unthinkable tragedy and unwavering faith our entire life. And I am so proud and humbled that they would decide to come all this way. Where is he? Bobby Smith, where are you? Bobby, wave your hand. And Reverend Pastor Patricia Smith, thank you for coming. Appreciate you all for being here. Now, I can't call out all the names, as you kind of figured out. So I'm going to keep my name calling to a very minimum. But I do want to do something. Again, hijacking. Bill Davis, where are you? Bill Davis, please stand up. Please stand up. Stand up. And stay standing, please. Stay standing. Bill is the president of the North Central College African American Alumni Association. This year, the association is celebrating its 30th anniversary. In appreciation for this honor that North Central has decided to give me, this evening I decided that I would figure out a way to raise $2,500 for the association's student book fund. Now wait. When I mentioned this to my dear friend Mark Wright, Mark, please stand. Mark, you got to stand. Thank you. Stay standing. When I mentioned it to Mark, without me even asking, he said, I'll match that. Now we're at $5,000. Wait. And then I was on the phone the other day with my longtime friend, Bill Mitchell. Bill, please stand. Bill? I mentioned it to Bill, and he said, count me in. I'll give another $2,500. Bill Davis, in support of the work that you and the North Central College African American Alumni Association are doing to assist under-resourced and underrepresented students here at North Central College, we are going to contribute $7,500 to the book fund. And if anyone here tonight wants to join us at any amount, it would be great to get that amount over $10,000 by the end of the night. Any amount. But it's going to go to help students who are under-resourced, underrepresented, and I can tell you firsthand, that book that I got because somebody paid for it for me changed my life. And that's why I'm so committed to this. Thank you, Bill, for all your work. When I think of being considered outstanding, that's a little challenging for me because my friends and my family and my North Central College family, they're all outstanding. So amongst my group of peers, I'm pretty average. Now, at a faith level, I would even say that. I am blessed by an outstanding God. I would not be standing here this evening if it wasn't for my faith in God, if it wasn't for his love and his grace and forgiveness, or for the wisdom and courage and confidence and strength that he's given me. I have everything because of him. And with everything I have, I would have nothing without him. I am loved by an outstanding God. I'm blessed to be a part of an outstanding family. They're strong and resilient and forgiving, and they love me unconditionally. And that's not always easy, I'm just saying. They are also I tell the truth. They are also unreasonably and ridiculously talented. So much so, there are categories I don't even make it into the honorable mention. I'm going to run you through a couple so that you know I'm not exaggerating. Athletics. Okay. In my family, there is a state champion, 6 All-Americans who have been named All-American 17 times, 3 national champions, 2 Hall of Famers, and 1 all-decade team member. I'm not one of them. Okay. But you think, well, wait, he's done really well in life, so he must be pretty smart. It must be the academic piece of it. Oh, let's go there too. Okay, we have a valedictorian, my dad, salutatorian, Phi Beta Kappa, cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude, EDD, 2 published authors, a PhD from the University of Chicago, no less, and I'm not one of them. Okay, so if any of you have been around, you know I sang the national anthem here, et cetera, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you would think, well, on the artistic side of things, he's probably got that locked down. Until this year, when my niece wins the state championship as the top female musical theater performer of all of Illinois. You get the theme. Nope, that's not me. Friends, I have few friends on purpose because I learned there's a difference between people who are friendly and people who are friends. I have friends that are incredibly accomplished, friends who retired as market president of Walgreens, who own what Black Enterprise magazine called one of the 100 top Black-owned and operated businesses in the country. Bankers who have been my friends since graduate. I could go on and on and on. A friend who once said to me in a tough time, I'm going to write you a check to pay a year's salary until you figure out where you're going. And he wrote that check. And that was my incentive to get it right and never cash it. You tell me what kind of a friend would do that. I'll tell you. True friends, they're like first responders. When your life is on fire, they run in when everybody else runs out. That's a true friend. I am blessed to have outstanding friends. And then there's my North Central College younger brothers and sisters. I have three quick stories. These are the things that they don't know that I observed about them. And for those of you who don't know them, you don't realize how much they changed the face of North Central College. Proud moment number 1. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm up because I'm a late night owl. and I get a call from one of our students. And nobody ever called me Mr. Johnson. I didn't allow that. Walter, you got to come. Come where? You got to come to the police station. They arrested him. Arrested who? They arrested Frosty and Ant. They arrested him. They're at the police station. You got to come now. Okay. I go to the police station, and I walk in, and there's at least 100 students, black students, white students, Hispanic students. These two young men that were arrested for no reason were black. That lobby was filled with North Central College students who were defending their classmates because they had been wrongly arrested. And in that moment, I said to myself, those black students on that campus have shown themselves in such a way that their classmates would not let them stand alone. You all did that. First moment of pride for me and notice of change for North Central. Second, and this was fun. This one was fun. I'm sitting in the stands at a homecoming game, and you all know that homecoming court, king and queen, that whole bit, that's a popularity contest. We all agree? Okay, we all agree. Okay. So I'm sitting in the stands. There's a friend of mine. He's here. He's sitting behind me. And we're watching this, and they start announcing the homecoming court. Freshman attendant, male, female, black and Latino. Cool. Sophomore, male and female, 2 black students. Oh, that's interesting. Now you got to remember, North Central's all white. Just follow me with this, okay? Okay, you got to follow me with this. They get to junior. The junior attendant, male, female, and female is here, so she remembers, both black. And then they get to the king and queen. The king's not here tonight, but he was the first black starting quarterback at North Central College. The queen is here. And my friend who's standing behind me, who's sitting behind me, who is a dear white friend, you got to understand the context, so just go with me here. And most of the black people in the room will get this. He leans over, white guy, and says, "When did North Central become Grambling?" Yeah, take that in. But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there was a moment in time where your color here was valued at a level beyond what the rest of the public thought. It was the white students that I recruited and the white students that other people had recruited and the black students that had come together, and they became North Central College students, not separate communities. I loved them then dearly. I followed them. I have cheered when they didn't know I cheered. When their kids got into Howard and to Purdue, I have cheered when they've had babies and weddings. I have cried when they've hit their lowest lows, when they've had losses. I have been committed to them, and this is the final story, because of this one moment that none of them know about. I'm in my first year at North Central. I had come back as an admissions counselor. I'm all about getting my numbers. I'm out recruiting. None of the students that are at North Central are my students yet because I haven't got my first class in. And a young woman who some might know, I'm not going to mention her name, comes to my office. Young black woman comes to my office and asks, Can I talk to you? Yes. And she breaks down in tears and begins to tell me about this heartbreak. She had been dating this young man for several years, and out of nowhere, in her mind, It was over. She couldn't understand how. She couldn't absorb it. She was broken. I'm 25 years old. She's 21. I don't know what I'm going to say. I can't tell you what I said. I don't remember, but I stayed and I listened and I let her cry. And she cried and she cried until she couldn't cry anymore. And I must have said some words that gave her encouragement, because she left and she said, I think I'll be okay. And then I got my first class in, and they're doing their thing, and I'm off getting my next class, and I get a letter from this young lady. And she says to me, Mr. Johnson, thank you for being there. You may not remember me, but that day you saved my life. I had decided that you were going to be the last person on earth that I spoke to. And I just wanted it to be a black person because I thought you would understand. And what you said to me that day gave me my life back. I'm in graduate school and I'm doing fine. I'm not going to read the rest. Don't need to. So, for all of you young men and women, black and white, that I recruited, that I had some opportunity to share your journey with, you came to North Central with everything you needed. I had one job, and that was to not let anybody take it away from you. I hope I did my best. I feel like I have been so blessed to be a part of your journey. And for that reason, I will accept the idea that somehow I'm outstanding. Thank you.
What an incredible group of Cardinal alumni we're celebrating here tonight. Can we hear it for all recipients this evening? I started with an idea from Kathy. I'm going to end with an idea from Kathy. She, in her speech, talked about the concept of humility and gratitude, and I think that everyone in this room feels that way. Closing out this evening, what a special evening to spend together. That concludes this evening's presentation. Thank you.